Hey YouTube, back with another video. I'm Ash here.
I'm Leah.
And I'm the God Anonymous.
Alright, and today we're gonna talk about what's the subject, Kalia?
So we got a massive debate on social media right now talking about who's at fault when it comes to contraception. Well, basically pregnancy being prevented. So males are saying that it's us females' fault because we allowing a man to get us pregnant. And we as females saying no, it's the male's fault because if you telling us that you don't want no child, but yet you still get us pregnant. So what's up with that? Like,
I feel like protection is the way to go if you don't want to get pregnant.
Or do you feel like it's 50-50 when it comes to like contraception?
Yeah, I feel like both of y'all consented to get pregnant, and then all of a sudden y'all want to act and play dumb. Y'all both had sex unprotected. You felt him coming in you, and y'all still continue to do. You know what I'm saying? So it took both of y'all to get pregnant. It's 50-50 for me. For me, it's 50-50.
So if a man that you was dating and he told you multiple times he don't want no kids, but he so it's kind of coming across like, well, from what I was thinking while women saying how they be getting pregnant or whatever, this is just a scenario. I'm assuming that's what be happening. A male came to you, y'all dating, he told you he didn't want no kids, and you know, let him, are you gonna let him hit with no protection on, even though he told you he don't want no kids?
If he don't want no kids, why do he want to have sex with no protection? That's on him. If he really don't want no kids, why he want to have sex with no protection? That's contradicting himself. Like,
or even butt singer.
Yeah, but a lot of men saying,
make it make sense.
a lot of men are saying, but a lot of men are saying it's her fault that she got pregnant, even though the man is sitting up and saying he don't want to have no kids. Even like this one guy.
So is he taking every precaution step not to have a baby? No,
apparently not. But he don't want to have kids. But she's saying it's his fault.
Then he would take.
But she's saying it's his fault
not to have it.
She's saying it's his fault.
Wow, explain herself.
No, I think
explain it. How is it his fault? Okay, so how is it their fault? Because you keep saying he said, how is it their fault, Khalil? How is it?
What you mean? How I'm saying is, I'm saying that's what they saying on social media. They saying
what's their explanation to that? They just
because the lady let me hit wrong.
Right, and he let himself hit raw too. So he obviously partaked in that. You know, he gave his consent too because everybody know what happened. We had the birds and the bees talk. When you put your thing in the vagina without the glove and the white stuff come out, then that person can get pregnant. Duh. Everybody know 2 + 2 = 4. We had the birds and the bees talk, so we know how a woman can get pregnant. Y'all not stupid. Y'all not kids. So yeah, I believe it's 50-50. When a woman get pregnant, it's the man and the woman fault because they both consented in that thing. Like they came in each other. She let them come here and come on now. We know that it's okay. You can get pregnant from that. So if you don't take the necessary steps not to get pregnant, like hello, wear a condom. Hello, don't bust in it. Take the necessary steps. And it's best just to wear a condom because there's a such thing as pre-com. Because if you don't wear a condom and you pull out, it's still pre-com. She still can get pregnant.
She laughing at that because I was talking about that pre-com.
So you saying women can get pregnant off of pre-com? That's what you saying?
Yes, for sure that. So just take the necessary steps not to get pregnant. It's nobody's fault. It's no one person's fault when somebody get pregnant. It takes two. Y'all women need to stop blaming these men, and y'all men need to stop blaming these women because both of y'all laid down with each other and had their babies together. So it's both of y'all fault. Deal with it.
Okay, so now, what do
Mm.
you think about the men blaming the women for the women getting pregnant by the men that say they don't want to have children?
Do I need the mic?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, by the way, y'all give a round of applause for Khalil because she's awesome. She know how to rule the mic. All right, but my opinion on that,
All right, go ahead.
these guys, man, they some punk dudes, man. They kind of soft because if you really one of them guys who begin some action, all right. But if you one of these guys that be in the action and you have an intercourse with a woman and you don't want a baby, it's not up to her to have a baby. It's up to you to have a baby. So if you telling her I don't want to have a child, or I don't want to get you pregnant, or I don't want us to have no kid, then she's just gonna be a woman about it and be like, okay, but ultimately it's up to you. She has feelings for you, or maybe she want a child or something like that. She's not gonna tell you to not have a baby unless she don't want one too. You know what I mean? But even in that case, she might not want one, and you still going there and you ejaculate in her. You bust one of those mean ones in her. She still end up pregnant. That was on you, man. You a man. You supposed to make the ultimate decision. You know what I'm saying? Just like you make ultimate decisions in your household. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't want kids, homie, it's up to you. You the one that's doing it. It's not her. She just gave you access.
It's the man fault.
It's the man fault all day long. Okay. You know what I'm saying? You can't ejaculate in her and then be like, why are you pregnant? It makes no sense. Make it make sense. You see what I'm saying? You just gotta be responsible. It's never up to her. Women go through so many different emotions and feelings sometimes that we don't even understand. So she might not be about it at that moment, like not having a baby, but then in the intercourse, she feeling you, or she might start liking you a certain way and don't mind having a baby with you. She not gonna say nothing. You know what I'm saying? And then you busting her, she gonna let you. And like she said, the birds and the bees, what you think gonna happen? Next thing you know, she calling you. She like, "Hey, I'm late," and you like, "Well, get up on time. Set your alarm clock." Oh, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the other late. Oh man, it's your fault. How you do? How is it her fault, man? Think about it, man. It make sense,
So the
man.
men that's blaming these is not real men. You need
They
a man.
they not real men. They boys, man. They boys that can't make proper decisions for their livelihood or their lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? So they need a woman to fall back on, because 9 times out of 10, a lot of our women take our pressure that we put on them, and it's not fair, man. Yeah. You gotta be a man about that shit. You see what I'm saying? Any kid that come from my DNA, I created it on purpose, and I'm gonna take care of my kid. Not to say I'm some.
I thought I was
Not that I'm some super guy, but not make mistakes too. But I'm just saying, fellas, we gotta really be more on man time and take responsibilities for the things we do, man. And that's just real. You know what I'm saying? And that's just my opinion on it. It's never up at that point. After she give us consent, after the women give us consent to enter into the earth, it's up to us to create, man. It ain't up to them no more. They gonna let you create on the planet. You gotta think about it. They gonna let you create, man. They say, hey, go ahead. You can create. It's up to you now. And it's never on them. Be a man about your shit, Holmes. That's what I got.
Okay, me personally, I still agree with the 50-50 thing, but I don't disagree with what he said. The men out there blaming the women, they do need the men up and step up. I
agree with you, but then agree with me.
I agree. I think it works both ways, but because okay, anyway, I agree both ways because you talk about the men out there blaming the women need the man up. I agree with that. But I think I still stand on it's 50-50 because it's not one person fault. Like they blaming the women, but it's like it's not all I don't agree when you say it's all the men's fault. No. But I don't I agree with the part where you said the man blaming the woman need the man up. Come on now. But it's not, his all fault altogether. It's both of them. I still agree that it's both of their fault because it's like it took two to lay down and, have a baby. So I just don't agree that it's one person's fault. I was just agreeing on the man up part. Yeah. Because the man do set the tone. But when y'all have a baby, it's both of y'all fault. But the man do set the tone.
Yeah. So, and then I also think too when it comes to consenting, like sometimes that we be in the moment and necessary we don't even verbally say if we want kids or not. We just be in the romance.
Just be in the moment. That's how a lot of these kids be getting born. People be asking, well, how y'all have a kid in a broken home? It was that moment. Yeah. And the woman not gonna say, oh shit, you about to bust, hurry up and get out of me and don't do it. She's not gonna say that, Mo. Where does that happen at? Yeah. It don't never happen. So then it's these kids is just being born on because the dude did it. Right. Yeah. Ain't nobody be in that joint, you hitting the box. You did it. And then she like,
keep it on YouTube.
You right PG-13. You right on it. You like, you know what? I'm about to let it go. Should I pull out? She like, you know what you're supposed to do. Get out of me. Yeah, we're not having that. Where that happens at?
Cause it's like we could talk about future, like you could be on a date and we could talk about future stuff like wedding and stuff like that. But how often are we up here being as adults saying, "I will," it might lead to us being intimate. Do you want to have kids? Like I don't even think people talk about kids. I think they talk more. I think us as adults talk about in the next future, in the next year, I want to get married, Yeah. Sometimes they do talk about kids too, like that's part of marriage is having children as well. But like technically, like when you want to date, like y'all ain't talking about no kids and none. And I doubt y'all even probably talking about marriage. It depends on how long y'all been dating.
Y'all talking about
but y'all talking y'all talking about something.
Y'all talking about that good hot night in the sand.
Right.
Under the rose petals.
Rising. Just hormones. But yeah, I agree.
Like, but for the most part,
it's not planned.
Yeah, it's not planned. But for the most part, I know as a woman, like I didn't want to have kids when I was in my 20s. So it's like I made sure of that, you know. And I know a lot of people who don't want to have kids, they might not talk about it when they go out on dates, but when they get into that moment where they with, you know, the with that person, even though subconsciously they know they don't want to have kids, they will prevent that. They might not say to you like, Ashley, I don't want to have kids and nothing like that. Mm-hmm. But I know when you get intimate with that person, you all make sure the person you with is, strapped up. Mm-hmm. So we might not verbally say it, but mentally we might know we don't want to have kids. Mm-hmm. And mentally we do know that the person that we might be feeling we want to have kids with, rather we verbally or non-verbally say it, because we all know, like you said, what it leads to.
Okay, so we agree it's 50-50.
Yeah, we agree it's 50-50.
But he feel like it's all the man's fault.
As the man,
coming from a man's perspective, though.
We're on 50-50. I know how many times. Hold up, I use the mic. I can't tell you how many times, and me, sometimes I be doing little human experiments. So I can't tell you how many times I've been in some action. Not that I've been in action a whole bunch of times, but I could say, you gonna let me do this? You gonna let me bust on you? And she say, yeah. And she would let me do it. Not that I did it. I was just saying if it was, you know what I'm saying, my state, because she's in a state of ecstasy right now. She's in another place. So she would let me do it. Not that I did it. I only had one son. You see what I'm saying? But I'm studying things. You see what I'm saying? To know the truth. So as a man, if I wanted to have a baby at that moment, I could. You see what I'm saying? She's just being, not that females are not smart or don't know what's going on, or that, or not that women ain't smart, don't know what's going on, and don't know what they want in life. It's just that at that moment of intimacy, it can get intense. So the proper decisions don't get made. You see what I'm saying? That's how we have a lot of babies being born. As a man, your mind supposed to be sharp to negate all that. That's your purpose. You see what I'm saying? So I can tell you, like, it could be times she'd let me go in, wow. And then it could have been a baby right there. You see what I'm saying? But me being like, nah, it's not that. And then afterwards, after we chill on the next date, oh, I'm glad you didn't do that because I don't need no kid. I'm trying to do A, B, and C, and boom, boom. I'm trying to boo, boo, boo. But at that moment, I could have did it.
That pregnancy scare.
But me personally, I don't feel like a woman would have sex with a man, period, that she don't want to have a child with. Because we are emotional creatures. Let's just keep it a bean. Yeah. Like, he gonna say, oh, if I know you, we gonna say yeah because we see ourselves having a kid with him. Because first of all, we having sex with him. If we didn't see that, we wouldn't even give it up. We don't even give it up if we don't feel like he man enough and he can. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna have sex with just anybody. You know, a man will because they don't care. As long as they don't care who they stick their dick in. And they emotionally detached. We are emotionally attached because first of all, a man has to enter our body. Right. They just enter. You know, they don't get entered. Mm-hmm. No homo. But a man has to, you know, enter our body, they enter our personal space. Mm-hmm. So it's different for us. So yeah, of course I agree with that. Of course she can be like, yeah, baby, da 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 da. Because in the back of her mind, she can see herself having a kid with you anyway. Other than that, she wouldn't be having sex.
And she probably turned on about it.
Yeah.
Like
like he wanna have a baby by me, he considered me like that. Like I got him like that, you know. So yeah.
Speaking of that, do you believe in the 90-day rule?
No.
Okay. Why?
Because y'all gonna have sex, y'all gonna have sex. It doesn't have to have a time limit on it. Yeah, 90. You gotta wait 90 days to have sex. The first night, it's all good, baby. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because it doesn't stop the inevitable. Y'all bitches gonna have sex. What's the point of putting a time limit on it? It don't make it natural. You know,
because some women want to build that connection.
You can't build a connection 90 days. Either after 90 days, you're still getting to know that person.
Exactly.
So
it takes about a couple years.
Right. No, I was only saying that.
Right. I was only saying grow with time.
I was only saying that because a lot of men is talking about women body counts. So
I don't do that. I never ask a woman her body count.
Don't ask what you don't want to know. Mm-hmm. Because if you gonna get turned off by ass, me personally, I'm gonna be like, none of your business. Why you? First of all, that's gonna be a turn off for me anyway. Because why you asking about the past dudes that had me? You should be concerned about yourself. You got me right now. I got a mic. You got me right now. I'm good with you right now. We together. So why are you concerned about who had me in the past? Like they don't matter no more. So that kind of made me think you.
Everybody ran through.
That kind of made me think you got insecurities if you worried about a dude from my past. When you ask the body count, you worrying about dudes from her past.
Everybody ran through, like, especially if you got some years on you. Like you've been with people, it don't fucking matter.
You Excuse my friend. Experience. Hey, experience. Everybody got.
Asking a woman her body count, fellas, is like asking a woman her weight. What's the purpose? If you like her, is she a good woman, and y'all got a connection, you got a vibe, rock with it. It's all that matters. Cause she can move on, and then you don't have nobody, you don't meet nobody like that later on. You see what I'm saying? It don't come like it's not out here. Oh dang. It's not out here like people that connect with you or vibe with you don't come in abundance. That's what I'm trying to say. So when you connect with somebody, you vibe with somebody, it's a good thing, it's a good energy. Rock with it, see where it go. You all them questions like, oh, how many people you been with? And that's social media job, like hocus pocus. Like it's retarded to me. Everybody can do what they want to do. They got their own opinion, but it don't mean nothing. If she a good woman, and she can take you, she can put you in a position, or you can help her be in a position where y'all grow better than where you at right now. That's all that matters. You see what I'm saying? How many people she been with don't matter. Her being with some people might be a benefit for you because she know how you live. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I come from a different era where the freaks was alive. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So yeah,
Right.
I don't ask about body count.
Right.
That's just my opinion.
Period. And I see we getting off subject now. So that's a wrap for that video. Signing out Ash.
Sign out Leah.
The God anonymous.
Right.
Like button, subscribe, and stay alive.